then when they miss, if you don't succeed in a number situation, you say, what happened? Can they evaluate it? Can they synthesize everything that went on? Can they evaluate it in a game situation and apply it and make corrections the next time? Because you only got so many timeouts in the game. It's called timeout every single time. So that's what you're trying to get in practice. And in working with your athletes, you're trying to get from the knowledge stage up through the evaluation stage so they know it, they understand it, they see it, and they can use it in a game situation. Same for the athletic domain. We all had the athletes who were outstanding physical athletes. They could shoot 70% and they could be the first one down the floor, but they still don't seem to make it in the sport. So what is it that's holding that athlete back? And a lot of times it's, are they getting along with their teammates? Are they communicating well with their teammates? Are they open to listening to their teammates? And we've all had situations where you've got somebody who's a good athlete, you're a good wheelchair basketball player, but they won't take a shot on the floor. They're like, why don't you shoot? Why won't you shoot? Well, there could be some affective relationship issues going on where you're working with a teammate who every time they shoot, your teammate's like, oh, you should take that shot, I was open. And so maybe their confidence in their shooting isn't getting better because they don't have the confidence to take that shot. It's not that they can't. They shoot 70% in practice. It's that they don't have the relationship and what do you call it? Responding and communication skills with their teammates on the floor to say, okay, I am comfortable taking this shot. And in a lot of teams, that is a big factor. It's getting everybody on the same page, everybody in the same roles to have the confidence to go out there and play as a team. And then the last is the psychomotor domain, and that is actually physically being able to do the skills. Take it from step one, a basic dribble, to a dribble, bounce, stop, spin, drive, and game. So you want to read up on the psychomotor domain and say, where do you want it? So we can take those athletes that are just coming in and get them to the stage where it is natural and they're actually creating movement on the floor. That's the difference between a 6-year-old and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, they make it look so easy. So many wheelchair basketball players, you know, Tim Kazee and the ones that are just really outstanding basketball players, Steve Serial and Mikey Petty, they make it look so easy because they have gone through this stage and it's second nature to them. They're combining the mental, the cognitive aspects of it with the psychomotor strength, endurance, power development to actually go and be able to perform it in a game situation so they can take it from a closed state of learning is they can do it, they can come in on their own and do it one-on-one or by themselves on the court in a common obstacle course. They can take it in a game situation and apply it to different variables, crowds, defensive pressure, changes in the defense, working with other athletes. They can do it in game situation. And that's the naturalization state of being able to skill development. So we want to do a couple of specific examples, and let's take shooting as an example of going through an assessment program. You want to identify the skills that they need to shoot a basketball. The cognitive skills. Do they know how to shoot? They know where to put their hand on the ball. Where to keep their elbow, their head position, their shoulder position. All those things that make for a good shot. The affective skills. Do they have the confidence? Are they prepared to go out and shoot? And the psychomotor skills, do they have the strength to do it? Do they have the power to do it? One of the things we're talking about in the junior division now is do we want our prep players using a smaller ball? Why? Because do they have the strength and the power to shoot a regulation size ball on a regulation size run? So find the skills that they need to be a better shooter. And then basic learning, skill development. We'll start with basic learning, skill development. Spot shots. If they can't do it in a closed state environment. They can't go out on their own and shoot and be successful in spot shot shooting, then they're not going to be able to take it to the next level. They're not going to be able to go toward controlled application and be a good shooter in 3-on-3 or a 2-on-2. So they have to be able to shoot on their own successfully. So you can't say, we want to be a 50% shooting team in the game if they can't shoot. I look back on the UTA charts, and in 06, the UTA players were averaging about 80% in their spot shot shooting. So 80% in closed state shooting, where they're just going out and shooting and charging their shots. That transferred over to a little bit over 50% game shooting. So success in closed state learning transfers, moves it up. So now we're going to go toward controlled application skill development in set goals. We'll do like 1 minute shooting. We'll do partner 1 minute shooting where they have to rebound, catch, and shoot. And we'll start adding variables to that closed state learning, just spot shot shooting by themselves. Now we're adding timing. Now we're adding catch and shoot. Now we're adding movement on the floor. So you start moving toward general application of shooting in the game. And then, as you're more successful in one-on-one, two-person spot shot shooting where they have a rebounder, then you start adding more variables. So you don't just go from close set spot shot shooting to game and expect high level of success. Add stages along the way. And then you assess again. How are we doing in this 1 minute shooting with a partner? If that's going well, you can add more variables. Add different time, add different constraints, add a defense, do 2-on-2 game situation. A lot of shooting drills out there, and a lot of websites out there that can show you some good shooting drills where you add variables in to the learning continuum. What we're looking for is general application. So what we call open state, being able to shoot well in a game situation. And again, the cognitive skills. What do they have to know to shoot well in a game situation? They have to know what's a good shot. They have to know within their offense. When do they take the shot? Where do they take the shot? All those are parts of developing your confidence to be a good game situation shooter. Assess again, add more variables. Add 3-on-3. Add full court where they're having to push and add fatigue. Add different variables into that continuum working toward game situation. And then general application, game shooting, charge your shots. Where are we shooting from? Are we taking good shots? What is the timing? All those come together in your shooting development. Coach Baldwin, you want to add anything here? Shooting development. And there's going to be a very good shooting clinic later on today that Coach Baldwin and Coach Lou will be doing. And I'm sure we'll be talking about some things you can do in your shooting development to make that more successful. Okay, so here's an example of a shooting workout we use, and hopefully you can read this. Hopefully we can read on the website. Where we take different states of shooting and we put them in a shooting workout. We have 5 different workouts. One, there's variety, so they're not doing the same shooting workout every day. And they can pick 2, and they can do 2 of those shooting workouts each of their shooting days. They add different levels of, on the learning continuum of spot shooting. If we're playing spot shooting, to added variables such as pushing, rebounding, partner shooting. One of our guys is on the Australian national team. They figured out in the 7-spot shooting, the elite level athletes can make 20 shots at each spot in 23 minutes.